I gotta hit the beat. I gotta hit the beat, beat. I gotta hit the beat. I gotta hit the beat, beat. I gotta hit the beat. I gotta I gotta
Pop that bottle, it's over. It's the end of October. Champagne on the shoulder. This is my exposure. Pop that bottle, it's over. It's the end of October. Champagne on the shoulder. This is my exposure. Pop that
all night long, but the feeling keeps kicking in. Beef with all the girls, bullshit dripping off the chin. All night long, but the feeling keeps kicking in. Beef with all the girls, bullshit dripping off the chin. I gotta hit the beat, beat. I gotta hit the beat, beat, beat.
You drop this. Yeah. Like they're bringing anything to the table. Bro, I'm not your son, see I'm able. I do my own bits. Limited edition of some missing classic shit. I know that you're feeling it. Feel mad, cold nights feel heavy. Same place, going in the heart of the city. Nitty gritty feels iffy and the eyes feel shifty. The shit we're in, yo, it's all mad risky.
All night long, but the feeling keeps kicking in. Beef with all the girls, bullshit dripping off the chin. All night long, but the feeling keeps kicking in. Beef with all the girls, bullshit dripping off the chin.
The following views are the opinions of the host/guests of Real Talk and do not reflect the other parties involved. Feelings may get hurt. Viewer discretion is advised. This show is rated R for Real Talk.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Real Talk. I'm Dr. Quack, and today I don't have my two co-hosts with me, but I do have someone here that has a lot of expertise on the show we're going to be talking about today. All of the matches here. I'm talking about the man who is the very first and only HSP Triple Crown champion, one half of the tag team champions in HSP. You know him, I know him. A-List Alverson.
Good evening, Mr. Quack. I noticed you were in a situation where none of your staff was available, and I was in a situation where I got minutes to spare. So let's put something together and make it happen, shall we?
No, I am definitely glad that you were able to come here. This is quite an honor.
An honor for some of us, I suppose, right?
Right. Yeah, we're going to really go over a few shows here. We're going to really go over HSP March to Madness, but we've got our first show. We're going to go up here. We're going to talk about Fight Night coming up here on March 15th.
Whoa.
See, I think somebody knows that song.
I think somebody was the one that reached out to the band frontman of that group, that made that song and got the express permission to use it on the broadcast. Somebody. By the way, cheap, shameless plug here, just because I'm the good giving kind of guy. That song was written by a band called The Mercurial. That's Mercurial. Find them on Bandcamp. Download their entire discography at Name Your Price and generously give to a band that has long since disbanded, but I still enjoy their music at the gym and on fight night.
Oh, there you look. You already got fans going. It's A-List Alverson.
I love my fans as much as I love my ex-wife.
Let's get into this. We're going to start out here with one of the matches here. I'm interested to see here. We have Joe Bob Daniels going to take on the Young Gun. You know both of these guys very well.
Joe Bob Daniels and the Young Gun. This is the ultimate dichotomy, that means contrast, of ages when coming to the action in promo. Now, Joe Bob has to rely more on his dad jokes and old-timey resonance, whereas Young Gun is a straight shooter. I believe that the styles that are in play and the venue that we're involved in, it's going to be a very hard one for Joe Bob to get the upper hand in.
See, I don't know about that. Joe Bob has got some stick that people love. He has his base, and I think he might have a chance here. I mean, it all depends on how Young Gun really brings this. This is a new opponent for him. He's never faced him.
He does have the stick that people like, but let's face it, in any kind of venue, when a man in his 60s goes against a man in his 20s, one that is retired, one that was raised and lives in and around the city, who do you expect to win that fight? Now, I don't think that Joe Bob has got any kind of special ninja skills that are going to blow us away. I'd like to see them if he does, but I'm a realist at heart.
I don't know. He's pulled some upsets in the past. I mean, he's making his return. He took on Big Country, got that victory there against a rookie. And, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how this is. I think Young Gun's got this, but I don't think he's got a sweep, and I don't think it's as easy as you're making it.
Well, yep, Joe Bob has pulled some upsets, and this would be one of them. I'll give you that.
All right, let's move on here because we got some more matches. Speaking of Big Country, he's going to be taking on Draven 666, making his debut here at Fight Night.
Yeah, Draven 666 is a man that doesn't quite have his voice together. I think he's got a good set of tools to get him where he needs to go, but he hasn't got a direction that I seek to see whenever he's around. Now, Big Country, he's very new to the game, but he's very loud. He's made a big presence quickly, and I think he is still in the midst of proving himself and has more fire to shoot at this particular target.
Yeah, I mean, Big Country, he's put up some good fights. He's beaten Brick Johnson, which is a good thing for a rookie. I mean, that's a good measuring stick. I mean, I think this match is kind of going to define him. If he can sweep this match, that's going to be a huge thing. If he can get a victory, that's not bad. If he loses this match, I think he's going to have to go back to the drawing board.
Yeah, the best can come out of both of them, but I do believe that in this confrontation, old Draven has got the hill to climb because we have not seen everything that Big Country has got to offer.
Oh, boy. More like Big Country.
I get it. He took country and he made it into 2 words. That's good. That's it. That's good.
He sure did. I mean, it'll be interesting, I think, because Draven's got the experience on this. I'm going to give him a slight advantage, but he's really got to come out here to prove himself. This is going to be something to see. No, you're not going with that. No, you're taking Country on this.
I'm taking Country because he's going to come after me, and if I don't do the right thing.
Yeah, I mean, he is a big guy, current pro wrestler there. Definitely, you want to watch out for that. Now, I got one here for you. This is going to be a good telltale about our things here because we got a grudge match. We got a match where there's no DQ. You can't have outside interference, though. This is one-on-one, man-to-man. Had a squabble in the locker room, and now we're going to solve it here. Brick Johnson taking on the Purge.
So we got a locker room squabble that has turned confrontation. These are the best kinds because the fumes start coming out of the mouth hole there. And I think given that the passion is in place, people are going to see a lot more than they bargained for. And when the gloves are off and there's no limits on the wordage, this is a tough one because both of these guys tend to be very reserved. And if Brick finds that inner vocabulary that the Purge lacks and expresses himself coherently, there might be something that can be said because this man has gotten picked on for years on end. And if he can fire up, I'm afraid to see what comes out of that dragon breath.
See, some people picking Purge here. I think he also, somebody here, Stump Davis, needs A-list attorney's number.
Yeah, just go with the public defender, Stump. Stay with what you can afford.
Good God. Yeah, I mean, this match here, I saw Brick Johnson's first hype towards this match, and he was really fired up, and he was pissed off. Like, you could tell. If that comes out in this match, he's got a shot. I mean, we got to see it about a week ago. Old School kind of lit him up on his Old School with Coffee show a little bit. I think that put a fire under his ass. Purge now, I mean, he's another guy. It's crafty, you know. He knows about his friend, the End there. I mean, there's going to be a lot of things in play. I'm going to go with the Purge just because I feel like he's got a little more box on this. Like, he's going to go outside of it a little bit more. But this is going to be a close fight. I can feel it. This is one to watch.
I definitely agree with you on the idea of Purge taking different directions creatively when no DQ is involved. But I think this is going to be a stand and banger. And if the big man, Brick Johnson, can really bang, he's got a backbone to stand on.
Yeah, this will be a good fight to watch. And we got two more matches on this card. These are some big ones here. You know your friend here, Bossolini, taking on Old School, #1 contendership match. Winner gets a shot at the Fight Night champion.
Well, if you want my unbiased opinion, I'm going with my guy because I'm biased.
Look, you got stars sent to you. How do you feel? You're a legend now. Look.
Legendary, huh? Stars.
Legendary.
Stars. Wow.
I love that term. Everybody has that legendary spot.
Hmm.
What do you think about one champion being incarcerated? Oh, that's for you. Go ahead. You want to answer that?
Well, yes. You know, some may recall that there was a point in time where I was implicated in some kind of a scheme. We're talking October 2022, perhaps, and I spent a couple of days there in Green Hill minimum security prison / retirement home. And it was not a fun situation at all. I'll tell you, they put me in a room, and I am not kidding you. They put me in a room with a tube screen TV. And I was quick to say that they didn't give Bernie Madoff that kind of treatment. So being in the Slammer as a champion is a very humiliating experience, and I wouldn't risk it or ask it upon anybody. I feel for you, Stump.
There you go. Look, implicated, never convicted. He's in the Gen Pop.
That's
the
important part.
Let's get back to this here. We got Old School Bossolini. How do you see this going down?
As I was saying, if you really want my unbiased opinion, I'm going with my guy because I'm biased.
I'm mind blown there. Go ahead. I'm all ears.
That's how it is. All right. Bossolini is my guy. I stick to my guy. I don't care about the skill set. I don't care about who's doing what, when, and where. I don't care about who's the more talented individual. I'm picking my friend. And why would anybody not do that?
That's true. I mean, this match here interests me a lot because, I mean, you've got Old School who's been like dominant throughout the promo world. You got Bossolini. When he wants to stand up, he will fight. And I think this is one of those matches where he wants to stand up and fight. These guys have known each other for years. This should be a pretty good match.
That's the best part about Bossolini is that he is easy to beat until you think you got him beat. And then he fires up like a mofo. And what happens next? He gives the hot tag in the tag team title match, and A-List Alverson and Bossolini become the HSP tag team champions for the second time, winning the whole tournament, having these titles longer than anybody else ever has to this point. And that ain't going to change for any reasonable amount of time.
what is this biasness you speak of? I don't understand it.
Well, yeah, we'll talk about cognitive bias in another point in time. All right.
I'm telling you, yeah, this match here, I'm going Edge old school. I just feel like this is more, his alley, and I feel like he's got a shot to win it. I mean, it all depends on Boss. If Boss can actually stand up and go get him. I mean, when he wants to, he does. This is going to be close. But now I got a main event match for you. Now, this is going to be tough because you've got the current champion, Dante Black. He's going to be taking on Vagabond, who was picked by general manager Heathen. Oh, I'm sorry. That was picked by me. Excuse me. I picked him. And Heathen ended up picking Big Daddy Stump, currently incarcerated there.
So this is a three-way deal.
This is a three-way, a menage a trois pain.
That's never a good thing for a champion to go into.
No.
And though even if Dante Black would, for whatever reason, be miles above the competition, it's a hard corner to be painted into. And with a man the talent of Vagabond, plus another piece to the puzzle, I don't see Dante walking out there with the belt unless he has got his tactics locked down. I'm going to go Vagabond on this if he doesn't do any crazy shenanigans.
That's the big factor with him. Does he break out the voice box? Does he break out, the graphics and stuff like that? Or does he come like he does a lot of live hypes, just straight at you full force?
Mm-hmm.
Stump now, he's the incendiary champion. He's tough as nails. I mean, he's straight up in jail right now. This is going to be tough. Dante Black is probably a rising star. This is a tough match. I'm going to go with the champion on this just because I feel like he's going to get that first title defense. You want to have that first title defense out of the way. He's probably going to put a lot of extra effort into this, but this is anybody's game.
You do make a good argument there with wanting to get the first title defense. Nobody wants to be a Jimmy Carter, Donald Trump, George Sr. one-termer, right? That's a bad label to have. But then again, that Stump, he's got the mental game going on, and Vagabond is known for the mental game. So can Dante Black handle it mentally? Because he's got the tools physically to win it, but he is going against the wrong opponents mentally.
I don't know. I got this comment. If both bring their best, it's going to be a match of the year candidate. There are three of them in this match. This is a triple threat. I'm not sure which two you're referring to, but, we'll see.
Match of the year candidate, and the year is very young, might we add.
Yes.
He just entered the third month, so there's plenty of year to go, but I don't disagree with the idea that this could be one we look back on in December and say, hey, you remember that one?
That could be. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We're going to show you what's coming up on next show. And there we go, folks. Yes, we're going to be covering APF, and we're also going to be covering Revolution next week. Also, this week on the house calls, I will be having Vagabond. We'll be talking to him, and I will be having one of the more controversial people in all the promo world, Mr. Bones, going to join us. I can't wait for that interview. But now, as you can see, the man with the title there, go ahead and show that beautiful title off.
That is an ORM special, folks, the Heart and Soul Promotions Tag Team Championship, as commissioned by yourself there, Mr. Quack, I do believe.
Yeah, I was one of the guys. Yeah, definitely involved in that. It's such a beautiful title.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be talking about this show here, HSP March to Mayhem. Let me see. We got a couple questions here. Yep, there is three. Yes, all three of them there. Hey, Stump, ramen noodles, jalapeno peppers, Doritos, cheddar cheese rolled up into a trash bag. Jeez. Advice is given here all day long. Yes, here we go. Let's go into it. HSP March to Mayhem. We got 5 matches on this card. I'm going to start with this one here. I've actually got a Vegas spread on all these.
Okay.
Promo Vegas. Sergeant Havoc and Candace Wolf. Sergeant Havoc is favored by a point. Candace Wolf making her damn debut here.
Damn debut, yes.
I meant to say damn. I didn't even say damn.
She's making her damn debut in HSP. She's going against Sergeant Havoc. Now, this is a pretty evenly matched contest. You got the mystery of Candace Wolf going against the misery of Sergeant Havoc. Now, I am a fan of Sarge and how he's grown as a presence throughout his years in our game. And I think he's really starting to make strides, find who he is. But his lack of familiarity with Candace Wolf might be something that he needs to step over. If he doesn't put too much wish-wash in to try to fill the time, he can win this one. Candace Wolf, I am familiar with the work of, and there's a lot of upside to this. Tends to focus too much on the wrong things for the wrong reason. A lot of sizzle, not a lot of steak. So put it out there. I'm gonna go with Sarge. He is favored. I was once a betting man, so go with the safe bet.
Yeah, I think I'm going to agree with you on this. I mean, I've seen Candace Wolf in other places. She's solid. I think Sergeant Havoc, though, has grown. He is now the two-belt holder right there, Spitfire champion, and also the Revolution World Heavyweight champion. I think he's got a strong, match here. I think he covers it. I think he might even exceed it there. There might even be a possibly 2 to 3 point spread there that he may come out with his victory. But since we want to talk about this match, we got him here. Look, we'll talk about that. The tag team match. Look, live tag team matches coming back to HSP. Can we just celebrate that for a minute? I'll go with that. That's exactly how I'm seeing it. But we've got Sean Shady McKenzie and Vagabond taking on Draven 666 and Prince Blackheart.
Now, if you look just at the talent involved, you're going to say, well, Shady and Vagabond are two championship contenders and former title holders in HSP. So they've got it all over the Draven and Blackheart, who have no accomplishments to speak of whatsoever. However, I do recall Vagabond in a tag team situation in HSP where he, lack of a better term, stunk the joint out. And if he gets a repeat of that performance, the other team can't possibly lose. They might make it close, but it can't be done. I believe you and I were there for that, weren't we? We were there for that one. I hope that Vagabond has matured immensely from that point in time, because it was very embarrassing just to be on the same screen in that situation.
I feel a big thing here is going to matter is cohesion. Like, I know Draven and Blackheart, they have partnered before. There is that cohesion there. Shady has also had problems in lives. He usually cuts off way early. I don't know if that's going to be a factor in this tag team match. These two have never partnered up. I think this is going to be close, and I almost feel like, Draven and Blackheart might cover the spread, which is 2 points. I think they could possibly get inside it. I'm going to go with Shady and Vagabond to win this, but I got a feeling it's going to be closer than what people are expecting.
Definitely what to look for is the talent of the individuals versus the talent of the team. Can the team of less than stellar individuals overcome the individual talents of people who may or may not be able to work as a team?
This is very true. This is going to be a good one to watch. Well, I'm just happy to see live tag team action back. It's one of my favorite things to watch. You just never know what's going to happen. But yeah, here we go. Now we've got your friend Carter Diamond over here, Balsalini.
Yeah, he's winning this one.
Number 1 contendership match against Johnny Blade. Winner gets a shot at the Soulfire title.
I want to see Johnny Blade lose against a cartel member, because that's how we got into this mess, right?
Did.
Yes, we did. Now, look, Carter Diamond has personally assured me that he is gonna fire up Johnny Blade, light him up, torch him down, and the poor guy ain't going to see it coming. Now, I've been on the wrong end of a decision of a Johnny Blade match, and I let him know my feelings about it, and he got a nice Nestle Crunch endorsement deal out of it somehow. But I tell you, my man is coming for redemption, and when A-list Alverson's name is on Carter Diamond, Johnny Blade better watch out.
Yeah, I mean, Johnny Blade's been talking a lot of smack lately. You've seen him on the Pulse. He's definitely been talking a lot of smack to Carter Diamond. Again, Carter Diamond here. Now, when I saw that on the Pulse, he fired up. He got mad. And this is going to be a big one. I mean, the winner of this gets to fight the Soulfire champion. This is going to be close. I mean, it's all going to depend, again, on both these guys. Will they fire up? Because I've seen both of them cut lackluster promos at times, but I've seen them also cut that fire promo.
That's true. Both of these guys have a hell of an interest in that Soulfire title for different reasons, but the same purpose. I'm still going with my guy.
You're still going with your guy?
I think expect otherwise.
This is too close to call. I mean, if Carter Diamond lays in the bed like he did the last match they fought, that is going to be a big problem. So, yeah, he's definitely got to step up here. Very close fight. This is going to be 2 more matches. We got Mama Purge, favored by 2, taking on the Villain.
Yeah, Mama Purge has got quite the reputation in the land of playing. And she does what is expected of her. You can kind of read what the direction is before we start opening the pages. Villain just pisses me off. Every time I see him, I just want something bad to happen to this guy. And it's unfortunate that I have to feel that way, but I think it's his fault. So I'm just going to go with that. Hopefully, Mama Purge can kick this man in the pants and get some oomph behind him, because there was a Villain a while or two ago that fired up hard and fast and has since just sat on the couch and eaten ice cream for about a year. Mama Purge, do it up.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely had troubles on commentary since his injury. I mean, now he's coming back, and, you know, Mama Purge has been on fire as of late. She's won a lot of strong matches here, and she's favored by 2. I'm going to take Mama Purge into points. I think Mama Purge comes out here and looks strong.
You are right about that one, sir.
Yeah, I just don't see it here. And here we go, the main event. Hell, why not? I'll pull that out of there. Yes. Soulfire Championship. Heathen, the current champion, favored by 1, taking on the Young Gun.
Now, this is a money matchup if I had ever seen one. Unfortunately, it's only going to be 2 minutes on each side. If these two men had a proper full-length matchup, it could headline anywhere in the promo verse. With the Soulfire constraints, I feel like what we're risking seeing is Heathen talking too loud and Young Gun going too fast. Now, I will say that when Heathen is winning, that is the easiest Heathen to beat, because he gets very cocky, overconfident, leaves his balls in the bag behind him, and Young Gun has got everything to prove every time he goes out there. Might be the foundation champion, and he's been sitting on that for a while, but HSP championship straps have been the measure of the man because of the legacies that precede them.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of great champions have held these titles, and Heathen is no slouch at all. I consider him one of the better top promo artists in this game today. He is definitely all around. Young Gun as well. Young Gun is no slouch at this game either. These two know each other very well. I will say this, though. Young Gun may have the problem with 2 minutes. He likes to talk a little bit. That's a lot like I saw with Shady when he had this match. Can you fit everything inside 2 minutes? I got to go with the champ on this. I think he has that advantage, but this should be a very well-contested contest.
Now, I can't disagree with your logic, but I do disagree with your conclusion. I feel that Heathen has been on a roll, and when he's been rolling as long as he has, he falls off sharply. And he's going to want to fire back up for when he gets a shot at my tag team belts. And in order for that to happen effectively, he needs to lose the title that's weighing him down now. Young Gun has got everything to prove and everything to gain, and he's going to do it.
It's going to be a good one to watch. Yeah, I mean, that future tag team match, I'm waiting on that to get signed, find an official date. I believe that's somewhere in April, I've heard.
Last I heard, it was actually set up for the show after this one, but
is it?
HSP booking in seem to come and go as they please. You know, it took us 13 weeks for our last defense to happen, so it's in the hands of Rich Man. Fucking Rich Man.
You gotta love Rich Man. I'm telling you, he's one hell of a guy, ain't he?
Make sure you love him for me, okay?
All right. Well, that's the end of our show here. Is there anything you want to talk about?
You know, I mean, I'm sure there's some eyeballs out there that are looking at this going, I wonder if they're going to talk about the thing. right? There's some eyeballs out there that say, what is the insight on what's been going on? And for those of you who are out of the loop on the things that have been the deal, I want to say that it appears that the Promo Unity Alliance has disbanded as a junction. They, of course, were the governing body over WGP, PPA, Foundation, and so forth. And what we've seen is really based around mental health of individuals. And that's what I want to kind of point to is that, boys and girls, you got to take care of yourself mentally. And whether you're in the game or out the game, you take care of you first. And if you are measuring your worth as an individual by your performance and status in what we do on screen, focus your energies better.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's well said. Definitely. I mean, we all love what we do, but
it's
a
real
care of this.
Exactly. It's a real thing. People do this for a myriad reasons, whether they just got time to spare, they've got money to burn, they got everything that, they got to get away from their wife for a couple hours and they just go wait and sit in their car and yell at people. Whatever the reason you participate in what we do, remember to put yourself first.
Yeah. Real life first. It really does come down. I mean, that's what happened to my two co-hosts today. Real life kicked in. I'm just glad A-List here was able to step up. We were able to talk and do this show here. I'm happy on that.
Oh, always. I'll do what I can to help who I can. I get propositions every now and then for different reasons. And if I have the ability to help make something that you want to do better, then you have my support. And that's whoever you are out there in the world, because I care. I care about what you think of me.
See, there you go, folks. But that's the end of our show. Thank you, A-List, for coming on here. Make sure you tune in tomorrow night. I will be having Vagabond on. And, of course, next week we'll have Real Talk. Hopefully my two co-hosts, they will be here on the next one. We'll see you then.